I had always trusted my wife, Megan. We had been married for nearly a decade, shared a home, raised 2 kids, and built a life that from the outside seemed stable and happy. But over the past few months, subtle signs began to unsettle me. Late nights, secretive texts, and evasive answers about her whereabouts. I tried to ignore them, but a quiet, nagging suspicion refused to leave me. Then one evening, I came home earlier than usual. My gut had been warning me, and the moment I opened the bedroom door, my worst fears were confirmed. Megan was in our bed with a stranger. Shock, disbelief, and fury hit me all at once. My heart raced. My mind went blank. But after the initial shock, a cold clarity settled over me. This was the moment for instant, precise revenge. I didn't confront Megan immediately. I focused on the stranger first. He was panicking, realizing he had been caught red-handed. I calmly grabbed my phone and began recording everything. His expressions, her panic, the undeniable evidence of betrayal. Then I made a call to his family, sharing the video and explaining the situation. The fear in his eyes was immediate. He hadn't expected to be held accountable so quickly, and the shame and panic were palpable. Meanwhile, Megan tried to explain, to apologize, to plead, but the evidence was undeniable. I had every message, every photo, and every secret interaction documented. Her excuses fell flat in the face of the facts. She had gambled with our marriage, our trust, and our life together, and she had lost spectacularly. After exposing the stranger, I turned my attention to Megan. I collected all the evidence of her ongoing deceit and carefully documented it for legal purposes. Custody arrangements for our children, financial settlements, and legal protections were all prepared meticulously. I wanted to ensure that her betrayal had consequences that were unavoidable. Then I filed for divorce. The process was straightforward because the evidence left no room for manipulation or denial. Every attempt by Megan to explain, minimize, or plead was futile. Her deception had cost her our marriage, our home, and her influence over my life. I made sure that our children's well-being remained the priority while she faced the full legal and personal consequences of her actions. Finally, I executed the ultimate step of my revenge. I ghosted her. I stopped responding to messages and calls, moved out, and removed her entirely from my life. Megan had no chance to manipulate, negotiate, or plead. Her betrayal had consequences that were immediate, complete, and irreversible. In the weeks that followed, I focused on rebuilding stability for our children and myself. Routine, emotional support, and a structured environment became priorities. Friends and family who knew the truth offered their support, helping me navigate the emotional and practical aftermath of the betrayal. Looking back, I realized that true revenge isn't about anger or dramatics. It's about strategy, timing, and control. By catching the stranger, documenting the betrayal, exposing the facts, filing for divorce, and cutting Megan out completely, I delivered consequences that were swift, undeniable, and permanent. Megan had underestimated me. She thought her deception would go unnoticed and unpunished. She was wrong. Her choices destroyed trust, credibility, and her place in my life, while I reclaimed control, dignity, and the ability to rebuild a future free from deception. In the end, my instant revenge wasn't just about punishing her. It was about reclaiming my life, my family's stability, and sending a clear message. Betrayal has consequences, and some actions cannot be forgiven or forgotten.